For decades, the 9-to-5 job has been the foundation of the so-called American dream. You go to school, get a stable job, work 40 hours a week, and slowly climb the corporate ladder. But in 2025, that dream is looking more like a nightmare. More people than ever are walking away from the traditional workforce, embracing gig work, financial minimalism, and online income streams. The question is the 9-to-5 officially dead? In this video, we're diving into why people are rejecting the traditional job, how they're making money differently, and what the future of work really looks like. And trust me, by the end, you might just rethink your own career path. The traditional workday is evolving, and it's time to explore the possibilities. You've probably noticed it, more people are working for themselves. Whether it's Uber, Fiverr, Etsy, online coaching, or flipping products on eBay, the gig economy is booming. According to a 2023 report by Upwork, over 50% of the US workforce was involved in freelance work in some capacity. Let that sink in. Half of all workers are already earning money outside of a traditional job. But why? Because people are fed up. Wages haven't kept up with inflation. Job security is a myth, layoffs happen all the time, and people want more control over their time and income. Now I want you to think about something. How much does your job actually control your life? Your commute? That's dictated by your job. When you eat lunch? That's dictated by your job. How much money you make? Again, your employer decides. That's why more people are ditching traditional jobs and focusing on income flexibility instead. They're earning money through multiple streams rather than depending on one paycheck that can disappear overnight. Here's where things get really interesting. People aren't just quitting jobs, they're rethinking their entire relationship with money. Minimalism has exploded in popularity, and it's not just about decluttering your home, it's about cutting expenses, reducing debt, and prioritizing freedom over material possessions. You've probably heard of the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. This is where people save aggressively, invest wisely, and quit traditional work decades earlier than their parents ever could. Think about it. If your bills are low, you don't need a high-paying job. Instead of spending $3,000 a month on rent, car payments, and subscriptions, some people are downsizing, moving to cheaper locations, or even becoming digital nomads. If you only need $1,200 a month to live, suddenly, that side hustle or online business can replace a full-time income. And this shift is making the 9-to-5 seem more and more unnecessary. Why work 40 hours a week when you can work 20, make the same money, and actually enjoy life? Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Corporate jobs just aren't what they used to be. Companies are struggling to keep employees happy because remote work showed people they don't need an office to be productive. Wages haven't kept up with inflation. Layoffs are constant. Just look at what happened with Google, Meta, and Amazon. People don't trust corporations anymore. They saw what happened during the pandemic. Mass layoffs, record-breaking corporate profits, and CEOs cashing out while employees got pink slips. So why stay loyal to a system that doesn't value you? Even the companies that do offer perks, like hybrid work or 4-day work weeks, still control your schedule, your pay, and your time off. That's why more people are taking control by creating their own income. So where does all of this lead? The 9-to-5 isn't completely dead, but it's evolving fast. We're seeing more contract and freelance work replacing full-time jobs. Automation and AI eliminating low-wage positions. Companies focusing on results-based work rather than hours worked. A rise in creator-driven income, YouTubers, podcasters, and digital product sellers. If you're still relying on just one paycheck, now might be the time to rethink that. What skills could you turn into freelance work? Can you build a side hustle? Are you spending money on things you don't actually need that keep you stuck in a job you hate? Because the truth is, people are making money in ways that didn't exist 10 years ago. And if you're not adapting, you could get left behind. The 9-to-5 isn't officially dead, but it's definitely on life support. People are choosing freedom over stability, and the gig economy, investing, and minimalism are making it easier than ever to escape the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. The future of work is evolving, and it's exciting to see new possibilities. So I want to hear from you. Do you think the 9-to-5 is outdated? Or do you still prefer the stability of a traditional job? Let's talk about it in the comments. The future of work is bright, and we're all part of shaping it. As the landscape of work continues to evolve, one of the most significant shifts we've seen is the rise of remote work. The question on everyone's mind is, how has this shift impacted productivity and employee well-being? Studies show that remote work can lead to increased productivity. Without the daily commute and office distractions, employees often find they can focus better and accomplish more in less time. However, this isn't the whole story. While productivity may be on the rise, remote workers are also facing challenges when it comes to their well-being. The lines between work and personal life can blur, leading to longer hours and burnout. Social isolation is another concern, as employees miss out on the camaraderie and spontaneous interactions that come with working in a physical office. Employers are now tasked with finding a balance. Providing mental health resources, encouraging regular breaks, and fostering virtual social connections are just a few ways companies can support their remote teams. So what do you think? Is remote work the future, or are the challenges too significant to overlook? Share your thoughts below.